This interview is for information only and should not be considered as investment advice or a recommendation to buy shares in the company featured. Welcome to this Stockbox interview. Today is Greg Pendura, the CEO of RegenX, listed on the TSXV with the ticker RGX and the OTCQB markets with the ticker MWXRF. So hello, Greg. Welcome onto Stockbox. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, Mark. Pleased to be on the call.
Excellent. It's good to be talking to you. Of course, I was just checking back, and we did speak about it a year ago when the company was actually MineWorks. So I just want to start off, first of all, just to get a bit of an idea about what's happened in the last year and the rebranding here of the company into RegenX.
Sure. Actually, an awful lot has happened in the last year, Mark. But just to touch on your question about the reason for the name change, rebrand, our historical roots have been in the mining industry for a great many years, but we've spent many years developing environmentally friendly processes for the recovery of precious metals from end-of-life components. And we've come a long way in that regard. And recently, as we've just mentioned, we've had a name change and have started a rebranding initiative to reflect our transition from mining to where we are now, which is more technology orientated. Our old name, MineWorks Technologies, is now RegenX Tech, and basically it represents the regeneration from end of life to new. And the ability to recover precious metals from scrap components through a clean tech process and to reuse these recovered precious metals for the manufacture of new components is really, that's our future.
Okay, so a refocus then to on the new side of the business, which is to recover precious metals from scrap components and scrap materials. Can I ask you then just why you wanted to actually shift completely away from the mining side of the business and focus on this other area?
Well, we've made the shift, I'd say probably approximately 5 years ago, and it was just what we were looking for initially is to try to develop some new environmentally friendly technologies applicable to the mining side, and we went down that path for a few years, and it was basically just a transition from that, which got us into now dealing with end-of-life catalytic converters and capturing the platinum and the palladium from these materials. And so it was just a series of events, companies that we've met that sort of made that transition into specifically diesel catalytic converters.
Okay. Well, I wonder then if we can get a bit of an idea of the market that you're trying to capture here. You clearly feel it's a big opportunity to solely shift focus on the company down this route of recycling old metals and getting the precious metals from components such as catalytic converters, of course, where palladium is used an awful lot. So can you give us an idea of the market that you're after and the metals, the precious metals you want to recycle?
Yeah, well, primarily we're after platinum and palladium from end-of-life diesel catalytic converters, and we see this as, I call it, a low-hanging fruit opportunity. The only commercially viable manner of doing this is through smelters, and smelters right now are pretty maxed out. They've got issues there with carbon emissions, and they're simply busy, and they do not like to process diesel catalytic converters for processing issues which come about through their type of process when they try to recapture these particular two metals. So that leaves a large opportunity. There's no other companies that are doing anything to recapture platinum and palladium from diesel catalytic converters on a commercial basis. So if we were able to successfully enter that marketplace, the world would be our oyster, put it that way.
So there are no other operators actually looking to recover these metals from catalytic converters, from diesel catalytic converters. Well, first of all, why do you think that is? There's no one seen an opportunity here, but also, what gives you what gives you the edge in this space, do you think?
Well, there's probably the major reason, Mark, is that it's a difficult business to enter. There's two totally different sectors of it. One is to have an expertise in the recycling side of the business, and luckily we have a business partner in Tennessee, Davis Recycling, who is our business partner going forward. They are the experts in that whole area, and they know everything on the material handling side, from procurement of them to grading to inventory to dealing with the catalytic converters. So that's their realm of expertise. Our realm of expertise is having the technology which can extract the precious metals from the spent diesel catalytic converters after they're grinded and crushed. So you need two components to be successful, and I think, and up until now, it's been the world for smelters, and it's so that's probably the major reason why there haven't been companies looking at this opportunity. And we were lucky enough to have great people working on our R&D, and we've transitioned the whole thing from the chemistry side to the process side, and have been successful doing that. We had our pilot plant in Vancouver, Canada. We've completed that, transitioned or sent that pilot plant down to Tennessee with our partners down there. We've got all the information that we need from that particular aspect, and now we're going towards commercial production. So we've come a long ways.
Okay, can you tell me at the moment then what happens to old catalytic converters, and is there a real need, do you think, for innovative ways of recycling platinum palladium, considering the alternative method of getting hold of these metals, which is of course through mining?
Yeah, it's an enormous market, probably way bigger than most people even realize. Approximately, it will be a $70 billion annual revenue source in a matter of just a couple of years. And unfortunately, only about 30% of the platinum and palladium is presently recovered. The other 70% are either going into landfills, scrap, or to smelters. Okay. And so it's an enormous opportunity here. So we're having a $20-some billion waste of platinum and palladium on a annual basis. That's just disappearing in the ground. So I think we're going to bring a major benefit here to the marketplace. And simply, mining platinum and palladium is not easy. First of all, it's expensive, it's difficult. It comes about in two countries, basically. South Africa, which has got its pretty major geopolitical problems here at the present time, or Russia, which is even worse than South Africa. So there is a real issue on the supply side. So to have the ability to recycle these and it's significant for the marketplace.
Okay. Now, you talked a little bit there about it's very difficult to get into this space, and I want to just get an idea from you. What stage that the company is at the moment in developing a service that is effectively marketable? Where are you on that roadmap, if you like, to getting to be able to actually be operational, generate cash flow, and recover some of these elements from catalytic converters? And any key milestones to look out for over the next sort of few months for the company's point of view?
Sure. The road has led from all our lab scale testing has been successful. Our pilot plant has been successful. We are presently going into the construction and fabrication of our first commercial production facility. Our production facility is built on a module basis where we'll have 4 modules per facility, and we're building module 1 right now. We anticipate that to be ready and going early first quarter next year in commercial production. So that's our roadmap. So basically, where we're at right now is just in the build component of our commercial facility, and news will be coming out to our shareholder base on how that's progressing. But it's moving very well. We're more or less on our timelines. So early 2023 is going to be a pretty exciting time for our shareholder base.
Excellent. Okay. Well, I wanted just to finish off, perhaps. Maybe can you just give 3 reasons as to why people might consider investing, buying shares in the company? Absolutely.
Well, one reason, and an important reason, is basically there's no competition in this multi-billion-dollar market, and it's growing a lot. And so to have a clean tech solution which can retract these particular precious metals is as I said, very significant. Number 2, our proof of concept is basically close to being completed. We've gone from pilot plant to just going to enter commercial production soon. So that's obviously, once we're producing revenue from our technology, I believe we're going to be a media darling. And number 3, I think we're on the cusp of significant shareholder appreciation. I believe we're significantly undervalued at present, and investors are always looking for these type of opportunities, ground floor opportunities with appreciable upside. And I believe we check all the boxes in that particular area.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Greg Penjura, the CEO of RegenX, for your time today.
Thanks, Mark. It's been nice talking to you.
If you enjoyed this interview, then give us a thumbs up, a like, or a retweet. Subscribe to us on YouTube or follow us on Twitter, and hit that notification bell to be the first to know when we release new content. There's loads of great content on our website too, across all our programs at stopboxmedia.com. Thank you for watching.